Hi friends, and welcome to 3D Bubbles. I'm Marcella and I work for Wilson After School Program. So for this, you're going to need Crayola or markers, anything like that, color pencils. Then you're going to need a circular thing, an object, and a pencil, a pen, a marker, a Sharpie, anything you can use to trace the circular object with. So first you're going to start off, I used the candle, this candle I have that's circular. I used that and I took my Sharpie and I held it and I traced it around. So first I started that off in the middle to make a bubble in the middle. And then I continued doing this by overlapping the circles on top of one another and kind of getting at each other. And I did this until I kind of filled the whole page with it. So you can try doing this, and it does take some time because sometimes the object moves and then it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. We just use something to trace so that it gives a little bit, it looks more like a bubble than just doing it hand free. But yeah, you're just going to take that. So I just continued doing the circles overlapping one another until I filled at least most of the page. And on the corners, that's when it gets harder. So when I got to a corner, I just did half the tracing of the circle, and at the bottom too, I didn't really finish it because I didn't want to get the table dirty with Sharpie. But if you have pencil, that'd be easier to do, or washable markers, or even a pen, but Sharpie on the table would ruin it. So I tried making it so that it did not get on the table, but they're basically all overlapping one another, as you can see. And I just continued doing this until I felt like it took up most of the page already, and I didn't need to do anymore. So you can do as many as you want. If you don't want it to be crowded, it doesn't have to be crowded. If you want it to be crowded, you can make it more crowded. You can make it the way you want it. I just made it kind of more crowded, as you can see. So after you are done making the circles, you are going to start making the bubble definition. So you're just going to make like a small circle and then an open line that you close. So like you make a line, kind of like a rectangle, as you can see. And then circles just to make a definition on the bubble, as you can see, with that same pencil and pen. And you do this on every single bubble, even if it's on the corner bubble, you do this. And you try to make it so that the rectangles are kind of open, so that when you color, you can color inside that rectangle and it looks more defined. And you keep doing this to every single circle. It doesn't matter how many small circles you put or how many rectangles. You just put the amount you want to. It's not specific, but for example, in one bubble I put 2 rectangles in one circle, on the other I put 2 rectangles and 2 circles. The other I put 1 rectangle and 1 circle. It doesn't really matter. You can just have fun with it and do all of the circles. Now that you are done doing those, you're going to take crayons, colored pencils, or markers, anything you have at hand. And you could also leave it like this if you'd like, but I just took crayons to make it more defined. And you can just take the favorite colors you want, and basically you are going to just outline the circle with those colors. And you're going to see me doing that soon. I'm just taking out some colors. Just take out any colors you would like. I also, for this, I do go over the bubbles with white crayon. You do not have to do that step if you don't have white crayon, because the paper is already white, so it's going to look white. I just did it to show a little bit more highlight, but you certainly don't have to do that if you don't want to. But yeah, so you're going to take one of the crayons and you are going to outline a little bit. And then once you are done with that crayon, you are going to take another one and do the same. And just follow a little pattern with it. So here I took another blue one now, and I'm just outlining as well with it. As you can see, I also did a little bit on the inside of the rectangle because that's what we'll be doing for every rectangle. And I decided to use a yellow with them too, just highlighting everything together and adding the colors to the outside, to the inner circle part of the circle. This is just me doing it, and so you're just going to repeat that step. You're going to outline every bubble with different colors. I just did it with different colors. You can do it with the same color if you'd like. And on the inside of the rectangle, you're just putting the same colors you put on the bubble, on the outline of the bubble. And then you can see me using the white as just to make it more defined. Then I went in with the same colors that I did on the bubble, and I decided to add a little bit more highlight because it looked kind of plain. And so with that one, I used the purple and pink on that bubble. So I did purple lines, just following the shape of the bubble, and then I added pink on top. And that's what I'm going to be doing for all of them here, and you can see me doing it. For example, this red one, I just added a red line and then a yellow at the bottom, just to give a little bit more definition and more highlight to each bubble. And you're going to see me doing this for all. Okay, after you are done with this, you can take a black marker, a black Sharpie, a black crayon, anything you have, black color pencil, and just fill in the gaps that are not a bubble. So just the background will be black. As you can see, for mine there wasn't a lot of background because I did crowd the paper a little, but if you don't crowd the paper a lot, you'll have more background, and it will be black as the background, or you can make any other color background. I decided to do black because it was just neutral and the bubbles are already colorful. So that's what you'll see me doing now, is just filling in all the white spaces that are not a bubble with black to show, so that the bubbles look more 3D, as you can see. After you do that, friends, you are done. All you have to do is do that, and you're done with your 3D bubbles. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy recreating this and putting a fun twist to your own way of making this. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.